VOD. He is a Diamond Anna by the looks of it. And I mean, that's all there is to say about it. He's playing King's Row. He said that offense is a steamroll because someone DCs, but he wants to focus on positioning for this map in particular. So I guess we'll watch this from a positioning perspective as opposed to a normal, like a straight up POV thing. Position's good. I mean, I wouldn't poke here because if they have a Widow, you're gonna get screwed, but it's not the worst. This is the only point. I mean, if you know that they don't have a Widow, this is fine. You're just annoying up here for them because they have to deal with you. But this is good positioning already. Like, just being here is definitely safe. And like, the only way that you die right now is if they switch to Widowmaker. That happens. I wouldn't nuke first. Alright, that's an Ana thing. That's something you should learn right off the bat. Don't ever blow your Ana nuke on a tracer to initiate. Like, it's not worth it. Use your Ana nuke when you need it to heal yourself. Because right now, you should have it. Throw the sleep dart first, definitely. Then try to take a few shots, and then make sure. I mean, obviously you want to hit the tracer with the nuke, but you need it for yourself. Like, your survival is more important than the tracer dying, and you're not going to kill the tracer if you're dead. So save the Ana nuke for when you're going for the tracer kill, like for when the tracer gets you low. Like right now, you really should have it. If you can hit yourself and the tracer at the same time with it, that's like the most ideal scenario, which involves the tracer kind of getting out of position. But like right now, you should just go back up top because that's where you're most effective. Although at the same time, like every second that you waste walking up there might be a second too long. That's a good nuke, I guess. Or good ult. But you're super far up right now. But I guess you have to be. I would just start backing up. Like, start backing up now for sure. You don't want to be that far back. Or like that far up. Like, you definitely don't want to ever be in range for a flashbang. Get behind the car there. You could have lived for sure if you just went for the car. The car would have 100% saved you there. Without a doubt. That's unfortunate. That was a high noon. Yeah, you might have been able to get to phone booth, but the car for sure. Like, you needed to find something to save you there. So Lucio, I don't hate the switch. I mean, you guys didn't have one, so it's fine. Team almost clutched that. Yeah, it looked like he panicked, but that's okay. I mean, that shit happens. People panic. That's life. Your comp kind of blows right now, though. Like, you're running 76 on defense on this map, which is, like, kind of bad. Your positioning is good, though, for sure. As long as you're not in direct line of fire or, like, a position where you can die. If that number in the middle stays around 5 or 4. Probably should have chased the Roadhog harder here. Because if the Roadhog dies, it might be your fault. Yeah, you definitely could have saved that Roadhog if you had pushed up a little bit faster. Is game volume muted? Yeah, do you want me to turn it on? It's not muted, it's just low. Like right here. Oh god. Please don't die to that again. That's another reason why Anna's so crazy. You would have gotten sound barrier there, but you didn't because the nuke stopped you from healing your team. So like she essentially just like denied the enemy healer from getting ult. Yeah, 76 is fine on the first point, I think, or even like on offense. You guys should defend this cart for sure though. Like push up, pop sound barrier, and just force your bots to go in. You shouldn't be giving this up for free. You have sound barrier and a Reinhardt and like all these players.
Tracer's behind.
But that side, fortunate. They got nano boosted. No matter what. I don't really have a problem with your positioning. I would say that the problem more is the fact that like you're not taking engages. But it's not really you that's not taking engages, it's your team. There's only so much you can do as an individual. If your teammates don't listen, you're not going to win games. Like, I think people don't understand that enough sometimes. Like, even right now, the cart's moving way too much. You should just push up and, like, force them to back you up. Like, someone just needs to take the initiative. If your team sees a Lucio in the front line, they'll be like, oh shit, Lucio is that far up. Now I can be that far up. And, like, sometimes that makes a difference from, like, a psyche point of view.
Tracer upper left.
This is good though. I mean, you're poking, just doing a lot of damage as much as you can as a Lucio. You're getting sound barrier actually super fast here, which is nice. That was a really fast sound barrier. Your positioning is really good though. I mean, I don't have a problem with your positioning. A little bit of a panic sound barrier, but it's not the worst thing in the world. This is your team comp kind of getting rolled over. I mean, they use more ults than you. But you've been alive for a long ass time. Nice. You're on that flame grind. Right there, you should be trying to bop that Reinhardt off the map. Like, the second you come out of spawn, that's like your only play, I think. Definitely a flame sub. You're doing a good job of abusing the cart geometry though right here. Like, just make them have to deal with you. Just keep spamming your right clicks. Maybe you bop someone off the map. You should be trying right now to bop someone off the map. Like, consciously abusing the fact that you have that ability and you're like one of the few heroes in the game with that ability. But you died at high noon again. That's like the second or third high noon you've died to. I mean, there's not much you can personally do about that, I guess, other than not die. But if you had not tried to bounce so much, you would have just lost. Ooh, instant. He edited the VOD. Go straight into offense. That was a good bop. But your team's dead. You're amping there, which I think is a mistake. Because if you had speed right now, you might be able to kill this Reinhardt. the fact that you live there. I mean, the second you get Ana nuked, you don't really have a choice. You kind of have to go to speed and heal or like speed amp, and that's like all you can actually do. You can, I mean, yeah, so you need 3 on the cart, so I guess it shouldn't be you that's pushed. That was unfortunate. I guess you got flanked by the Reinhardt from up top or behind or something. It looks like your team's gonna clean up here, which is good. I don't think that was your fault. I was just not paying attention, but at the same time, the Reinhardt probably threw that fight for his team because your Zenyatta didn't get caught in that Earth Shatter, so the Transcendence came off and you just won the fight anyway. You were kind of like the sacrificial lamb in that situation. I would sound barrier probably like right now though, just to ensure that you win this fight because you don't want to fight. So not a big deal. What, you just got like a triple headshot or something? Yeah, you can heal your teammates, but you personally won't get healed. Someone just... I would say you could have sound barrier there too. Like just the right. I mean, they're down a player now, so the odds of you losing are super slim. But your positioning hasn't been. That was close. You haven't really. Yeah, I was gonna say you should have sound barriered by now. I mean, you keep dying to this Reinhardt, but it's a story of everyone's life. Why do they say enjoy the free win? That guy left like at the very last second. But yeah, whatever. That was a pretty straightforward VOD. I didn't feel like you personally could have made a bigger difference, but you should be trying to get more bops off the map for sure. If you're Ana, you don't, like I told you what to do with the Tracer. What else? Don't get flanked by Reinhardt. Like that's not something to say. I mean, offense was a straight up roll, and defense, the death at the end of the high noon and stuff was probably not the best. But you switched to Lucio, and then your team kind of didn't fight for the second point. You had a 76. So in terms of like actual value, in terms of like what I could tell you about this game, I would say it's pretty limited. But there's definitely things to work on.